Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest crypto community in all the interwebs. Kind of like looking a little Fonzie over here, I think. I got a little collar thing going. My name is Ben. If you like money in crypto, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want to win a contest, you want to win 5 Ethereum, you can get that in the video description. Do we have that in the description, TJ, the link for that? You know? Okay. Well, you guys can head on over to Twitter, check out our pinned post. Guys, we got a big show today. And as you guys know, we come to you live every single day at 11:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got Ian Bellina coming on here in about 5 minutes after we do Market Watch. We're going to talk about the forecast of the market. We're going to be talking about altcoins, everything he's got going on with TokenMetrics. But we've got today's a big news day, I feel like. We're going to be looking at some hidden FUD at the end of why Bitcoin dropped. We're going to be looking more at what is going on with the market. Right now. Yeah, I wore this in tribute to Eddie Parrott. I've seen a lot of you guys making comments about the shirt. Love this shirt. I wore it yesterday. I wore the shirt 2 days in a row. That's how great it is. But we're going to be looking at some, is this mini bear market over? A lot of people are thinking that is the case. We're going to be talking about Cardano Grayscale. Now, weird, isn't it? Weird, isn't it? That just a few days ago, I started telling you Ethereum, or that Cardano is next on the list for the institutional investors. And what happens? Cardano gets its own Grayscale trust. We're talking about that explosion. We're talking about why JP Morgan is so bullish on Ethereum. Yeah, somebody says BitBoy versus Bad Throat. Yeah, BitBoy Throat is Wreck Armstrong. That's what they call me. Or I guess crypto. I don't know. And you go ahead and hit Market Watch there. And we're going to be talking about Alex Mashinsky saying he believes Bitcoin's still going to $160,000. Big thank you to everybody watching on, we don't have people on TikTok on here yet, but we got people watching here on Twitch. Are we on Theta today?
Give me a few minutes and
we're trying to get on Theta as well. We got a big Theta video today for you guys at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, by the way, I see somebody in the chat that says, this is Delta Sparks. Delta Sparks says, I'm finally on time. Yes, speaking about himself or herself. Guys, where's the accountability for people late to the show? You guys are always saying, I'm late. Are you guys here on time? That's what I want to know. You guys need to have accountability in your own lives before you call me Latte Boy. We come to you live every day at 11:33 or 32 or 31 or 36 a.m. All right, guys, let's go and jump into the markets here. First and foremost, as always, thank you for 1.12 million subscribers. About to take up to 1.13, hopefully over the weekend or early next week. Guys, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. 438.2 thousand followers. This is where you get access to our contest here, and you can join all of our socials, get entries for the contest. You'll win yourself 5 Ethereum. Here we go. Markets coming in right now. Let's get a refresh on this, make sure it's accurate. $1.377 trillion. 24-hour volume hovering right around 80 billion. Bitcoin dominance continuing to fall slightly at 45.5%. Ethereum about the same. Gwei about the same as yesterday. I think it was it single digits? I think it was 24 yesterday. So today it is 10 Paraguays and 1 Paraguay as well. Or not, 1 extra Gwei is what I meant to say.
You're going to force that joke.
Every single day. Yeah. I'm never going to talk about it without. People want me to talk about the Euro soccer match.
What?
I don't know who's playing. No, England beat Germany, I think, didn't they? Is the timer on? You still haven't started the timer on?
No, I definitely did.
That's weird.
I must have just hit the button again.
Yeah, must have hit it. Which, by the way, guys, have you seen? We're not going to talk about this today on the rundown. But have you guys seen what's going on with the NCAA, the biggest sports association for college athletes here? You know, they're allowed to now do sponsorships. Dave Portnoy yesterday came on and said Barstool Sports wants to sponsor some Division I athletes. They can actually get paid now. We've actually had a few people reach out to us. They want us to sponsor them, so we'll see what happens. You guys want to see BitBoy Sports? Or would it be Hit Network Sports? I don't know. Yeah, Hit Sports is probably what it'll be. Or should we be an agent? Let's get some athletes. Let's be their agent.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That is the plan. We are going to do that. So if you're an athlete and you're a superstar, let us know. We can even help you with NFTs. How about that? Send us a message if you want to do that on Twitter. All right, guys. So we've got the markets coming in. We've already looked at those prices. Bitcoin coming in at $33,500. Bitcoin has continued to drop under 34K. We're going to be looking at why that is at the end of the video. There's one specific reason that Bitcoin dropped that people are looking at, and I'm going to show you why. It's a supposedly good story masquerading as FUD, so you can get that at the end. We'll also be taking a look at XRP making a big investment in a platform that we also have used before. Pretty interesting stuff. More XRP news. Ethereum coming in at 2,100, still up 15% for the week. Look at these numbers here.
Wow.
Bitcoin up 2% for the week. Ethereum up 15%. Are we seeing the beginnings of EIP 1559 taking effect? I tend to think that that is probably what we are seeing. Binance coin is down. Cardano is up 1%, up 5.74% for the week. We're going to be looking at that news in a little bit as well. Let's look at the top gainers of the day here. We got Cello. I did see there was big Cello news. I think it was on Decrypt. Do you know what it is?
No, I've just seen Cello showing up along with the Algorand, Solana, and a couple of those other ones. I think it was being used to settle payments somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, and then we looked at, this was one, I think it was the World Economic Forum maybe, or one of those that they like Cello, which is interesting. It's a mobile phone crypto. We've done a review on it before. It continues to defy a stagnant crypto market, and ICP continues to slump. A lot of people, you know, still continuing to be down on ICP. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but it's here's the interesting thing about it. Even though it has been dropping, it still is seeming to stay in kind of the public eye. So interesting. It says for Cello, it's got some powerful backers. It raised $20 million in a funding round with the likes of Andreessen Horowitz, which is made up of a bunch of, you know, rich guys. We got to figure out what word we said yesterday that got us demonetized. So I guess I won't talk about those kinds of people.
Yeah.
But if that was what got us demonetized yesterday, I would laugh so hard.
It's wild.
Iguana people. How about that? Greenfield 1. They can't ban me for saying iguana people. Surely they can't. They might try. It was a Legends of the Temple, Legends of the Hidden Temple reference. That's what that was. Greenfield 1 in Electric Capital. Just a few months later, former Citigroup chair joined the board of Cello. It's looking like a lot of banking connections here for Cello. Maybe that's why it's moving. And then also, like I said, I mean, people are really bearish on this ICP. There was a story here. What Definity's internet computer means for the future of crypto. I think it means nothing for the future of crypto, to be honest with you. I'm not very bullish on ICP at all. It could, but like I said, opinions can change. So if you love ICP, then you're down with me. Wait, no. Insane Clown Posse. I like them. Yeah. Are you a big Juggalo, TJ?
No.
No. You're not a big Juggalo?
No. I mean, I could always listen. I can listen to almost any kind of music anytime. Yeah. But I would not categorize myself as a Juggalo.
Yeah. Oh, so you are down with ICP?
Sometimes there's a mood for almost any kind of music.
I would say there's one kind of music that there's never an appropriate time for.
Which is?
Screamo.
Screamo.
I can't take Screamo. Heavy metal also is not on my list of music I would ever listen to. I can't find a mood for heavy metal.
Yeah.
But some people, that's what they like to work out to. So some people like it. But to me, those are the two musics that I like. I can't ever imagine a scenario where I'm like, you know what? I think I want to listen to this. But anyways. All right, back over here to the crypto markets. We got XFIN, Nexo, which we talked about a little bit yesterday. Celsius, interesting, Nexo and Celsius both moving up. Quant down 21% for the week, but up 5%. Yeah, it had a massive run up, compound ups again today a little bit. We might have some big news about Cosmos here pretty soon. So somebody says they listen to heavy metal when the market is tanking. So maybe I can see that.
And then real quick before we move on to the Bitcoin forecast, I don't know if you saw New Money Gang. If you want to pull that channel up real quick, they've got some big news stuff coming out. Live stream today. They did the rules of the side hustle. So if you guys haven't gone and checked out New Money Gang yet, and Hit Network as well. Yeah,
we just go in order here. Yeah. Hit Network, if you guys want to see the behind the scenes, look at this. We're making like the same thumbnail face almost. Look at that. If you guys want to see what happens behind the scenes here at BitBoy Crypto, which it looks like, by the way, we will be very soon moving over to our new building. What is blank? Why is Damon talking about blank? I don't know what he's talking about. But if you want to see what happens behind the scenes here as we get ready to move into our new building, guys, make sure to subscribe to Hit Network. And then make sure to subscribe to New Money Gang. It's growing pretty well. 40,000 subscribers. The top 10 rules of the hustle. And this is a very good video that they made. This is not crypto. This is about how to make more money to buy crypto in some ways. This is about just being how to have side hustles and make money, and they're doing a phenomenal job. Great content. So you guys make sure to subscribe to that channel.
Yeah.
So
I think they'll be live today at about 2 o'clock, going over all the stuff they've done so far.
Live today at 2 o'clock. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Well, let's bring on Ian. We're going to talk about the Bitcoin forecast and what he thinks. You guys know Ian Bellina from TokenMetrics. If you want to sign up for TokenMetrics, by the way, before we get started here, you guys can head on over to bitboycrypto.com, and you can scroll down here to our best deals, and you can get 7 days for less than $5 with TokenMetrics. All right, here we go. Ian, what is going on?
Can you hear us, Ian?
I'm doing well, thanks. How about you, Ben?
Oh, well, doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, we can
All
hear
right.
you now. Yeah. So I'm doing great. Market down a little bit today. Fridays, we usually do see a little bit of drop here. But what I want to know for you, because you were actually here live. You were here about a month, 6 weeks ago. Actually, about 6 weeks. It was right before everything started collapsing. And we were both on the same page. Like, we didn't really see this kind of drop coming. Now that we've had some time to process it after it happened, what are you thinking? It actually happened the week after you were here. What is your current idea about where Bitcoin is heading to this year?
So I'm still optimistic on Bitcoin this year. I would not be surprised if Bitcoin went over 100K this year. But I feel like right now we're going through some sideways action. And really the main numbers our team is looking at, 40K and 34K. 34K is pretty much half the retracement from the last up move and run really out of the clear. But for anybody who's possibly looking to buy the dip, somewhere between 34K to that's scary, but we won't turn bearish on Bitcoin until it goes below 26, 25K. If it goes past 40K, then I think we're basically in the clear.
Yeah, I mean, 41 specifically is the number that I've been looking at. So you think that if we establish a new low, basically, if we establish a new low, well, I mean, you said 24, 25 or 25, 26. If we go back under 28,000, like where is the point where you're like, okay, if I were a newer investor and I had money in this market, like I would pull it out. Like, what is that number and what's that scenario?
I would say around 25K. So basically our price prediction models have the low for Bitcoin in the next 1 month or so being 27K. So adding some threshold between that, if it goes below that to 25K and less, I'll be not panicking, but I'll be nervous. And if you're on the sidelines, probably stay on the sidelines.
Gotcha. Okay. Right now, by the way, guys, we have 7,100 viewers at this moment. If you guys could, we've only got 1,340 likes. If you guys could help us out, if you like it when we bring on guests to the show, if you like the market analysis, hit that like button. If you're watching on mobile, X out of the live chat, hit like, and you can hit the mobile chat icon. If you're watching on a smart TV, go down to the bottom left-hand corner, hit more options, and hit react. And boom, you guys can like this video. And the more people that see this video, hey, the higher the price of Bitcoin is going to go. That's correct. Right, Ian?
Smash those like buttons to the min and beyond, as we say.
Absolutely. So, okay, so we've established like you're looking at lower price end of if it goes down below, 25, we should be, nervous. If it goes over 40K, start feeling pretty good, like we're in the clear. What is your timetable for getting back over 40K? Like you said, by the end of this month, you think it's actually going to see a low of 27-ish? According to...
Well, I would say if Bitcoin does go down, that's the level we would be watching. I'm not saying it's going down there. I'm just not right. 40K is really the line we're looking at for clear and basic on Bitcoin rebounding. But if it goes down below to 27, 25K, that's when we kind of get nervous.
Gotcha.
What was
that's
the other
the
question?
low
Sorry?
end of the bound. That's the low end of the bounding.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So that makes sense. Well, we'll do that in a second, TJ.
Okay.
I got it. So looking at the timetable, like I said, for going up, if we get back over 40K, personally, I think we've seen a lot of manipulation. We saw prices drop over the last few months because I think there's a lot of manipulation. Because of that, I think we're going to bounce back this month. Yeah. I'm being told by people we think the middle of the month things are going to be, heading back in an upward direction. Do you think that by the end of this month that July is going to turn out to be a green month? Or if not, when do you think we can get back above 40K?
Possibly. I mean, I would say definitely up until the July Ethereum upgrade, 15.59. I think that's really the big moment of truth because what we're watching closely is actually the ETH BTC trading pair, because ETH has been rising versus Bitcoin.
Right.
So if anything, we actually are expecting Ethereum to rise. Bitcoin could maybe be flat even longer than a month, but as long as Ethereum is going up, then altcoins we think will also go up as more capital flows into Ethereum and DeFi. So the next month or so, I would say we're optimistic.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling as well. I just pulled up, by the way, when EIP 1559 actually launches, the Rinkeby testnet is supposed to be on July 7th. And then basically the mainnet, the actual EIP 1559 for real, it's as soon as the testnet forks successfully. So we don't have an exact date for when that would be. You know, we're thinking probably around, you know, sometime between the 15th and the 25th, hopefully somewhere around there. Hopefully that's what we see. So look, you talked about DeFi a little bit. I got a lot of people in the chat asking about a project called Blank. Do you know about Blank? I didn't even know it existed.
We covered this. Yeah, so Blank is essentially taking what and adding privacy. So they basically it's basically a new plugin for connecting to Web3 to dApps on the blockchain, kind of like MetaMask, but it routes everything through kind of like Tornado Cash. So imagine being able to go through DeFi and partake in all of this activity and having everything be private. It's kind of like having your own money. It's kind of like adding Monero to DeFi.
Yeah.
Our team is very, very bullish on this project. Now, in terms of where it's trading at, it's been down for the last month or so. So if anything, it possibly could be at a good value. We're going to do a new updated code review on this. This was on our watch list a few months back as a strong project, but when it launched, there wasn't really any code out there to audit, right? And for us, we like doing both fundamental analysis and also code reviews. So definitely a project worth keeping on your watch list to see how it does. But as a product, I think this could be a game changer.
Yeah. Well, it can just enhance, you know, regardless of how it performs on itself price-wise, it'll enhance the entire DeFi environment, it sounds like. So now, your specialty is altcoins. You know, people know this about you. TokenMetrics has been such a great tool that we've added to our arsenal. Like I said, if you guys want to check it out, bitboycrypto.com/deals, and you can get the TokenMetrics deal. So we talked about Blank, had people ask in the chat, but I want to know from your perspective and the TokenMetrics, game plan right now for altcoins. How would you suggest someone do research on altcoins right now? What should they be looking at? Small caps, low caps? What's a great altcoin strategy right now? And then you can kind of give us, if you've got some good picks, you can lay those on us too.
Yeah. Well, first thing I'll say is join TokenMetrics with your link. Once you do that, in general, right now the market is kind of through this purgatory period.
Yeah.
So if anything, lots of projects were overvalued. Now they're coming back down to reality. So what we're doing is really going through, doing fundamental analysis, looking at the team, the background, the investors, tokenomics, going through the actual technology, doing code audits. And then once we find those projects that score over an 85%, we then basically just make a watch list and we look at the valuation. And ideally, we'd like to find projects that potential for 10x. So a project could have a market cap of 100 million, but if we think this can 10x based on other similar projects that have higher valuations than this project with worse technology, then we think this project is very, very undervalued. So in essence, we're trying to find undervalued projects that have great technology that can 10x.
Yeah,
and coins I like.
Yeah,
I mean, so there are three coins I like. Ribbon Finance. This I think could really be a big project in the space. It's essentially a robo-advisor for DeFi to hedge any market volatility. So let's say you want to hedge using options on Ethereum, using puts or calls, but you don't have the experience to do that. Kind of like YFI, you basically just hand your crypto, your Ethereum, your stablecoins to this project, and they handle that for you. So it's really a way to hedge any downside volatility in crypto, especially nowadays. I think that's pretty big. Then there's Integral DEX. This is a DEX that's launching that's meant to be more capital efficient. That's the new narrative we're seeing in crypto and DeFi. Projects launching that are more capital efficient. Then there's also Element Finance. This is also a DeFi project that's meant to give you fixed rate yield. So imagine being able to have a fixed rate on your Ethereum. This was launched recently, backed by some great investors. Token is not available yet, but we think they could possibly be an airdrop token down the road.
Oh, wow. Awesome. You guys are always getting good picks from me in here. You guys are getting picks that I tell you this, when Ian gives me picks, I've never even heard of them. So I've got to go look them up myself. And I would say, you were telling us about some when you were on Around the Blockchain, I think 2 times ago. Liquidity, I think, was one. I can't remember what. Yeah. And so, sure enough.
Alchemix.
Yep. A lot of those, I believe are going to turn into big projects. We looked at several of those. So you guys get it here, but you guys can also get it with TokenMetrics, bitboycrypto.com/deals, and you guys can sign up. Ian, thank you so much for coming on the show today. It's been a great interview.
One last thing, actually, Ben, if you don't mind.
No, I do mind, Ian. It's over. It's over, Ian. No, get him off the set. Okay, I'm just kidding. Let's hear it, Ian. I want to hear it.
No, I mean, thank you to your audience, your community. They've been very, very great with our crypto family. We've been doing a crowdfund where our audience now can really buy equity in TokenMetrics, right? So if your audience wants to check that out, we definitely would appreciate that. You can just go to wefunder.com/TokenMetrics. We're selling $4 million in equity. Now, this is a Reg CF, so right now it's just a discretionary interest period, but we have over 2 million of interest so far. So thank you for all the support to everybody out there. Definitely appreciate that.
What is that URL again? Refunder?
wefunder.com/TokenMetrics.
Okay.
And we would not be there without the support of your community. So we definitely appreciate that.
And I think that, let me check. Absolutely. Our community loves you. I love having you on the show. Yep. So it'll work with a hyphen between TokenMetrics or without a hyphen. So I got it pulled up right here. We'll look at it real quick here, once we get off the interview, and people can check that out. So awesome. Wow. You guys have already raised $2.2 million. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep. Absolutely. Thank you. See you later. Bye. Okay. So there it is, guys. There is WeFunder. You can pull that up right there. WeFunder.com/TokenMetrics. They've already raised $2.238 million. And I can tell you guys this. Think about if you had, go down to Bitcoin under 30K. If you guys had invested in something like, I don't know, ByBit or BitMEX or Ledger or any of the big companies that we talk about on this channel, I mean, just think of how much return you could have got. So it could be an interesting thing. If you guys want to check that out, it's wefunder.com/TokenMetrics. Ian is good people. We love having him on the channel. So thank you to him for coming on today. And thank you to the BitSquad. Everybody that comes on this channel, you know what they always say? They always say, we've got the best community out there. And they get such great feedback. And I appreciate everybody on the BitSquad for giving us that name brand. We love that. All right. So let's go here. Let's look at this story, guys. Bitcoin under $30,000 by the end of 2021. 44% of portfolio managers tell CNBC.
Wow.
BitBoy WeFunder coming? Is that happening? That's what people are saying in the chat. 44% of institutional asset managers that took part in CNBC's quarterly survey believe that by the end of this year, Bitcoin will dive below 30K. Now, here's something that I think is very interesting, okay? When we look at a lot of these stories, they're FUD stories, right? And this obviously has a bearish, tangent. Is that a word? Tinge? A tinge. Not a tangent, a tinge. A bearish tinge to it for sure, okay? But I would actually say institutional asset managers believing 44%, less than half of the institutional asset managers believe Bitcoin is going to go below 30K by the end of this year. That's pretty interesting when you think about it. I would expect that number to be higher, wouldn't you, TJ?
Yes.
That's what I would think. I would think the number would be higher. It's less than half of institutional people think it will be there. So what that means is 56% of people, 56% of asset managers believe that by the end of this year, Bitcoin will stay above 30K, which if you know anything about the history of Bitcoin, if we were in a bear market, everybody would believe the price was going to go under 30K at this point. If $64,000 were the top of this market, the target for the bear market would be somewhere between $11,000 and $14,000. That would be a drop of 85% from the all-time high, which is what we've seen pretty consistently. Incredulity, by the way, guys. Incredulity. I have it now. We looked it up. It drives me crazy to mispronounce a word. Digital yuan. Yuan. It's not one, it's yuan. Discovered that. I was destroyed inside to find out I was mispronouncing it. It was terrible. 25% of respondents believe Bitcoin will hit $40,000 by the time 2021 will finish. 25% voted for 50,000 and only 6% chose 60,000 according to the results of the survey. Sorkin himself believes that by the end of the year, Bitcoin will, let me exit that out, that's terrible, believes that Bitcoin will be trading below $30,000 level, but it will be above 30,000 long term. Let's see if there's anything else here. Bitcoin roller coaster in the first half of 2020. And then it talks about Muskrat. Talks about Muskrat quite a bit. We will actually touch on that here in a minute. But guys, here's the thing. Do I believe that we're going below $30,000? Well, I'm always surprised when we make a new low in the middle of a bull market. I'm always surprised by that. Where do I think Bitcoin's going to be at the end of the year? Well, I think $60,000 is a pretty good prediction for the end of the year. Why do I say that? Well, because if it plays out like we think it does, it goes above 6Ks, at least somewhere in between 100 and 200K by the end of this year. When I say by the end of this year, I mean like September, October, it will peak and then begin falling. And if you think about those numbers and you say, where could it possibly be December 31st? Well, you got to think it's going to have a 50% drop the first month of the true bear market, first 1 to 2 months of the bear market. So if it gets to 120K, it could easily get to 60K. If it gets up to 200K, it could fall back down to 100K. But the 85% drop, it usually takes a full year to get that full drop. 1 full year. Interesting stat, if you guys didn't know, in 2017, Bitcoin topped out, I believe it was December 12th. It popped out, or maybe it was the 17th, somewhere between the 12th and the 17th, in that range. It topped out at $20,000. In 2018, in that exact same range of dates, we had the all-time, the low for the cycle, which was $3,200. So it takes a full year. It doesn't happen overnight. So that's kind of where I think it will be. Somebody said 60K, LOL. These people. All right, here we go. So are we at the end of the bear market? And what I mean by that, the mini bear market. Are we at the end of this mini bearish correction that we've had in this cycle? Plan B, you guys know him as a creator of the stock to flow chart. He says, so was 64K the top for this cycle. This is on July 1st, yesterday. Or are we in a mid-cycle dip with the bull market resume? Will the bull market resume and we see a higher all-time high? 64K was not the top. 63% believe that. Now, if you remove this 20% here that just said they just wanted to see the results, that number would actually be, closer to about 80% of people that actually responded. This guy right here says, in my opinion, I don't believe 64K was a cycle top, given institutional buy prices and historical markers. And that's something important to think about because look, Michael Saylor's still buying Bitcoin all throughout this entire dip that we've been in. You look at Grayscale, I think, made another big buy. What was the other company? ARK Invest made another big buy when it dipped at $30,000. A lot of the big money coming in around $30,000. Is there a blood diamond on the daily? Let's see here. Was that from yesterday that we got that?
I mean, we definitely did have people in here talking about it yesterday.
Yeah, we had it. Let me pull up Market Cipher. Yeah, we had a blood diamond yesterday on this. Let me take this off here. Yeah, we did have blood diamond yesterday. We talked about that yesterday. Traditionally, these blood diamonds have not played out to be devastating on the daily chart the way they've proven to be on the 4-hour chart, the hourly chart, or some of the other time frames, the 8-hour chart. For some reason, the daily time frame, I think because it's such a long time frame, I think that when you get these gigantic signs, it's almost more of a sign of a reversal, in my opinion. If you look at the last time we got a blood diamond on the daily chart, it zoomed up after that. You can go to the next one. I've been on the next one for a little bit of time now with the Plan B tweet. There you go. So that was a little bit about the blood diamond. But back to where we were going here. So Plan B definitely believes, or he's definitely has this, I know what Plan B believes. I'll go ahead and speak for him. Plan B believes that we're going to 135K minimum by the end of this year. So I see somebody in the chat saying we're going to 19K. I see some other people. Oh, thank you, Quentin Fox, for the $50 super chat. Elron is the best. We love Elron for sure. And we love Mr. Elron Schmeeds. Is he in here? No, that's just Frank. What's up, Frank? What's going on? Not much. Frank, main vlogger behind Hit Network. You guys can check out Hit Network. See Frank's great work. But you hardly ever see Frank's face. Frank, you want to come share your face? This is Frank. To be frank with you, Frank, tell them why you love working at BitBoy Crypto. Wait. Do you love working at BitBoy Crypto?
Help me.
Oh, no.
Help me.
Oh, no.
Please. Somebody out there.
I hate that guy. Frank just roasted me. That was unbelievable. That was great content.
Yeah.
If only I had somebody to record that.
No.
Frank.
Well, luckily we're live right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Frank's great.
We love Frank. Frank's good. Especially when he keeps his mouth shut. Anyways, Plan B believes we're going up by the end of this year. I believe that 100%. This story right here is pretty interesting. Bitcoin's sliding put call ratio points to weakening bearish sentiment. I'll tell you guys, I know a billionaire. And this billionaire told me he knows that this is deadly accurate in this article because some of these calls on basically longing the price, betting the price is going to go up, is from him. So this is, not all institutional investors are bad. Some people are trying to help things out. Most of them are bad for sure. But Bitcoin's put call open interest ratio has slipped to 6-month lows, indicating an ebbing of bearish sentiment. According to data tracked by options analyst platform Skew, the ratio measuring the number of open positions or open interest in put options relative to open interest in call options fell to 0.6% on Wednesday, a level last seen in early January. Pretty interesting. Call options give the purchaser the right but not the obligation to buy the underlying asset at a predetermined price on or before a specific date. Call buyer is implicitly bullish on the market. A put option gives the right to sell and represents a bearish bet. So we're basically returning to numbers that we haven't seen since December, which is interesting because what happened in December? Massive run up. We're seeing a lot of indications that the market right now is very similar to the time leading up to the most powerful move of this bull run. Because make no mistake about it, Bitcoin from, I think it was about $18,000 all the way to 42K in a month. That was the biggest move of this entire run. What have I been telling you guys? I think we're going to see something very similar over the next 3 months, a gigantic parabolic move. Things are looking similar to the time before we had the last one. That's why that blood diamond doesn't scare me. If you look at the times when we have those blood diamonds on the daily chart, they actually generally lead to massive run-ups. These indicators are coming when it's actually near the bottom of a reversal. In my opinion, that's what we've seen consistently on Market Cipher. And I know a lot of people are still asking about the other indicator. We're going to show that for a while as well. Guys, Alex Mashinsky also believes we are returning, that this is over. We're heading up by the end of the year. And I know this because I talked to him in person in Miami. He told me the same thing. We did an interview with him. Bitcoin will go all the way to 160K this year. I told him I thought the number was 320K, and he told me he hopes that I'm right. So, pretty good. He says, when you go too high too fast, you're bound for a correction. You can see my tweets in both March and February saying we're going to have a crash, we're going to have a correction. I predicted $30,000. Bitcoin is like a spring. We stretch it too much and we put too much leverage. Too many people got greedy. He also says he believes that the old muskrat is manipulating the market. You guys know my feelings on that. We talked about that so much, I don't even want to say his name. But we will actually cover a brief story involving him later on, but not right now. Celsius has been making big moves. You guys know we love Celsius. And, we talked about banks yesterday and Celsius and Nexo on yesterday's Around the Blockchain. Yesterday's Around the Blockchain, one of the best ones we've done. You guys make sure to tune in every day at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, for an episode of Around the Blockchain where we bring on perspectives of other guests. It's our second daily live stream. And yesterday, I had some big disagreements with some people on the show about the role that banks should play. Remember this. I'll be very clear on this. This is not hyperbole. This is not me just, talking to talk. Banks are evil. Banks are evil. We do not want them controlling things. They're already controlling things. It's time we take the power back. So remember that. And we'll talk about not selling your Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano here in just a second. Chad Rippey likes that GTR. Oh, we got the tweet for the.
Yes, it's up.
Yeah, there it is. Here it is, guys. Here's our tweet. Chad, I told Chad this yesterday. Actually, he messaged me on LinkedIn. Guys, time for another crypto meetup. July 15th. This is for our people in Atlanta or that live in the South, or you guys. Hey, if you want to come from a different country, that's fine too. July 15th at Battle and Brew in Sandy Springs, Georgia, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Looking forward to meeting as many members of the BitSquad as possible. One free drink voucher per person. Hey, I don't need it, so I'll give somebody mine maybe. So, guys, you guys make sure to check out that meetup. We'll be talking about this for a while here. We'll be bringing it up several times. But if you guys are in this area, make sure that you guys come. We want to hang out, meet you guys. I talk to people, and they're always like, it's amazing how you actually, like I met a guy at the Hawks game the other night, and my friend, he was like, it's amazing, like, you actually like talking to these people. Like, and I'm like, yeah, I do. I love the BitSquad community. That's why we say it every day. Home of the BitSquad, largest crypto community in all the interwebs. We got a comment that says, please don't speed to that meetup. Hey, you want to hear something hilarious? Do you know, and I know you don't know this, TJ. Somebody says no more tickets arrests. Did you guys know that this July 15th date was actually my original court date for my arrest for speeding?
That's
to the last meetup, but we moved it to September. Shadow Brilliant says contingency plan activated. Whacked. Thank you for the super chat. Whacked is that's a coin also.
Yeah,
but it's a reference to a John McAfee tattoo, and we'll actually be having a John McAfee interview with his attorney, Andrew Gordon, tomorrow. We'll be on the channel, I believe, interviewing him later today. So if you guys want to know what's really happening there, you guys make sure to check out that interview.
Andrew had more communication with McAfee the 6 months before his death than anybody other than Janice, basically, his wife.
That's right.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, JP Morgan report. ETH2 could kickstart $40 billion staking industry by 2025. CEO Jamie Dimon may not support crypto. How stupid. How stupid. He does support crypto. It's all a scam. It's all smoke and mirrors. You know he's invested. But two JP Morgan analysts say proof of stake coin yields are attractive investments in the zero rate environment. The authors estimate that holders of stake coins on POS blockchains are currently generating some $9 billion in revenue annually from their staked holdings. When Ethereum completes its transition from proof of work to proof of stake next year, the analysts expect payouts will be more than double to $20 billion. This is what the two senior analysts said. Have you ever seen cryptocurrency spelled this way?
No.
No. Okay. Very interesting.
That is interesting.
Yield earned through staking can mitigate the opportunity cost of owning cryptos versus other investments in other asset classes such as U.S. dollars, U.S. treasuries, or money market funds, in which investments generate some positive nominal yield. In fact, in the current zero-rate environment, we see the yields as an incentive to invest. Thank you, Quentin Fox, for that $100 super chat. Appreciate that. Always enjoy the super chats, guys. And not only, the money is great for the super chats. We appreciate the money, definitely. We appreciate you supporting what we're doing here at BitBoy Crypto. But we love the super chats a lot of times because it gives us the opportunity to actually see what people are saying because the chat goes very fast. I try to look as much as possible, but you guys know, squirrel. You guys know how I am. They also said not only does staking lower the opportunity cost of holding cryptos versus other asset classes, but in many cases, cryptos play a significant nominal and real yield. Proof of stake coins aren't the only cryptos getting serious treatment from JP Morgan. The financial giant is reportedly preparing to offer select clients a Bitcoin fund. It could launch as early as this summer. Someone says I paid my ticket on Dogecoin. That's a lie. I haven't paid it yet. So I'm fighting it 100%. So we'll see. Hopefully we come out and win. Guys, this is an interesting story because what you're seeing now is the banks are now bullish on ETH. I've been telling you guys, and we'll look at this in the Cardano story next as well, is that the institutional money is flowing into three places and three places only. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. XRP will be the fourth coin to get the institutional money. However, this will not be until after the SEC lawsuit is over. On the transparent version. On the background, they're probably doing it through other channels. But, it's kind of harder to buy XRP right now. But the institutions are buying over the counter, so I'm sure they can still get a hold of it. But what I want to say here is the conversation we had on around the blockchain revolving around the banks yesterday is very, very intriguing. Because what Jeb and Spencer Taring were saying is that they believe that in the future, banks are going to do custody for regular individuals. We're going to have a bank account that's going to also serve as our crypto accounts. And Corey, thank you for that super chat. Original price prediction still on. Until they're not. But I am looking at maybe lowering back out of the 300s back into the 100s for Bitcoin, depending on how the next 6 weeks goes. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. But I told Jeb and Spencer, no, banks are terrible. They're evil. We don't want that. I don't want people doing custody through banks because the banks will then do the same Ponzi scheme that they've been doing where they'll take your Bitcoin, they'll loan your Bitcoin out, your Bitcoin will sit in your account but is not really there, and they're just lending on lending, defeating the whole entire point of Bitcoin. We've got to stop that. That cannot happen. What they were saying is they can see what happens here is that the banks will actually be forced to give higher interest rates on Bitcoin. So instead of 0.01% on your US dollar, on Bitcoin, maybe they'll give you 4%, which I don't think we'll really see that. But that was an interesting conversation and the story right on the heels of it. Speaking of ETH being bullish, Ethereum balances on exchanges, by the way, have seen a historic drop, lowering risk of major sell-off. This is from Sentiment. They believe that what we're seeing now, just what I told you guys, people have been listening to our message. Do not sell your Bitcoin. Do not sell your Ethereum. Do not sell your Cardano. And soon, like I said, to add on that list, your XRP, unless you don't like it for philosophical reasons, which I also understand. But what they're saying here is very interesting. To kick off July, Ethereum holders continued making history by lowering the percent of ETH held on exchanges to its lowest ratio since November of 2018. Dropping below 18% for the first time in 31 months lowers the risk of a major future sell-off. They tried to get you to sell your Ethereum, and you didn't do it. So proud of you guys in the Bit Squad. So proud of everybody who has held on to their Ethereum through this time. So we're now seeing banks bullish on ETH. We're seeing ETH exchange numbers going down. Things are starting to look majorly bullish for Ethereum. Let's see here. And before we get on to Cardano, I do want to bring up MahaDAO. This is a project that we had actually talked about. This project did an airdrop to the Bitverse NFTs. $10,000 was handed out to the Solidity characters, the people who own the Solidity Bitverse Punk. They had this major news where they're actually, keep that up there, where they're actually launching the world's first value coin on Polygon. MahaDAO is preparing to launch what it calls the world's first value coin on June 2nd. The asset, Arth, will initially go live on the Polygon network. Is that the correct pronunciation, you believe?
Sure.
Arth. That's how I'm going to say it. Deployed on Ethereum, BSC, and other blockchain networks in the near future. If you want to find out more about this story, it's on Yahoo Finance. But it's distinct from other stable coins because the value is reflected by the underlying buying power of the asset rather than the price. Instead of being backed by the US dollar, it's pegged to a basket of uncorrelated assets, which includes Bitcoin, gold, and fiat. Very interesting because we're starting to see some stable coins backed by Bitcoin, which we think could be the future of how things actually work. So you're seeing this now on Polygon, MahaDAO launching this value coin. It'll be very interesting to see how this works out for them. You guys can also check out MahaDAO on CoinMarketCap. You can just search them. It's Arth. And you guys can find out right now it's coming in at number 1,064, so very low cap. The market cap is $22.6 million for fully diluted, less than $5 million in market cap for overall. And do just want to say a big special thank you to MahaDAO, and we'll have more news on the next airdrop for the Bitverse NFTs next week. Yeah. Right now we've got
No, I was just going to say a lot of people didn't really realize until we did this what exactly was going to happen with those Bitverse or those BitPunks Bitverse NFTs. So those people that scooped those up, man, they really scored because we're going to keep having these airdrops to those NFT holders. So yeah, you know, they're real happy with their decision right now.
Yeah, going to be crushing it for sure. Yeah. We got another launch coming on Wax and Atomic Hub here pretty soon also. And Theta. Right now we got 10,700, about 10,800 probably by now. Viewers, 3,600 likes. Guys, I know we can get to 6,000 likes today. We're over halfway there, so make sure to hit that like button. It allows more people to see it and more people to get the information on crypto. And like I said earlier, obviously, the more people that like Bitcoin, the higher the price goes. So when you smash that like button, you're not only doing it for BitBoy Crypto. You're not only doing it for the BitSquad. You're not only doing it for America. You're doing it for your portfolio, and that's the thing you care about the most. You selfish, greedy. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Y'all are awesome. I love y'all. Where's Eddie Parrott today?
I think he was, I don't know if it was him, but somebody was liking the shirt.
Yeah, this shirt is fresh. Look at that. Love this shirt. We got a bunch of new shirts yesterday. So
well, there was a lot of questions asking if you were wearing pineapple shorts with it because parrots and pineapples go well together, they said.
Yeah, they do. They really, really do. But no, I'm just wearing, I'm actually not wearing pants.
Oh, perfect.
Or shorts. I'm just, it's a Speedo. But yes, it does have a pineapple on it. So
right in the middle.
Some people might say a fine apple. Okay. That's a song, I think. Okay. All right, let's move on. Talking about Cardano. Now listen, like I told you guys, people have been listening to our message. Don't sell your Bitcoin. Don't sell your Ethereum. Just about 10 days ago, I started saying now officially, Cardano, do not sell your Cardano. They had more institutional money pouring Cardano in the last month than the rest of its history combined, I believe. The institutional money is coming. Yeah, no denim, which, by the way, TJ has a denim gym bag. So he's judging my denim shirts, but he's got denim gym bags. What happened right after I started saying that? Right after I started saying, don't sell your Cardano. Now we've got this huge story. Just in, this was earlier today. Grayscale's GDLC adds Cardano with third largest allocation. Grayscale, digital large cap fund, adds Cardano with its third highest allocation. The addition comes at the crucial junction when Cardano's blockchain is moving towards the smart contract era. And I will tell you guys this. Grayscale, a digital currency group company. This digital currency group, I think, is not what it appears to be. That's what I'll say. You know, they run CoinDesk. So you got Grisha Fishman and the Russian Bitcoin whales controlling the narrative on Cointelegraph, and you've got Digital Currency Group controlling the media narrative on CoinDesk. Who can you really trust? I think Decrypt. You can trust Decrypt. Probably a few other ones. You can trust BitBoy Crypto. Aside that, I don't really know what news publications you can trust. And look, guys, you got to run stories. We got to talk about stories when they're in the news, even if they're negative. But we're going to tell you the angle we think they're trying to give. You got to be careful where you're getting your news sources from out there. You got to look at what's the narrative. Remember that. Grayscale, the largest crypto asset manager, has added another altcoin to its popular digital large cap fund. Cardano is included in the fund with the third highest location of 4.36% after Bitcoin and Ether. So this is the digital large cap fund composition. You guys can see where it is. And big surprise, this is institutional money. Big surprise. Right after I tell you it's going in there, here it is. Cardano. Is this going to lead to an explosion? Well, I would tell you the institutional money flowing in here tells you that this will be the number 3 overall crypto. And let me tell you this. I got some very interesting news information yesterday, and I have not seen this with my own eyes. Have not seen it with my own eyes. There are rumors. There are rumors. I'm not trying to pump the coin. I'm just telling you that maybe the European Union is having some conversations with Cardano. Did you see that also, TJ? It's in the research group. So a guy swears it's true. I haven't seen the document, but a guy swears it's true. Grayscale Digital Large Cap Funds is a passive investment option that offers exposure to 70% of the digital asset market. Composition of the fund is reviewed every quarter and necessary changes are made by selling existing digital assets. The Alonzo update, speaking of Cardano, would have a 3-phase testnet launch. The first phase, called Alonzo Blue, successfully launched on May 27th, while Alonzo White and Alonzo Purple would be rolled out soon. First smart contracts would make their debut on their platform in August. Can somebody go get one of my waters, please, by the way? Here's the thing. When it comes to this institutional money flowing into Cardano, where's it flowing now? Bitcoin, Ethereum. What are those coins? Number one, number two. Let's go over here to CoinMarketCap, and let's go to the homepage, and let's see. What are currently the top coins? Bitcoin, Ethereum. Damon, didn't I give Damon your TJ's email? Email him. Yeah, I think we can probably do that. Ethereum, Tether, which doesn't count. It's a stable coin. This is based on the value of the trading world, which if you look, there's actually more trading going on. Thank you, Nick. There's more trading going on with USDT than Bitcoin or Ethereum, which is interesting. We see that consistently, okay? But what's next? Binance Coin and then Cardano. Why is the institutional money?
They're virtually the same right now, too.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. They're only off by, oh my God. That's like, I could buy a Big Mac with that difference there. That's like hardly anything. Yeah. $44 million? That's literally nothing. I'm just kidding. I've never had $44 million. Close to it, but guys, that's a lot of money. But isn't it funny? Like it looks like it. So it is very close. That can change in in 5 seconds. Yeah. But here's the point: when you're looking at these coins and you're saying, how is this going to shake up? How is it going to shake out or shape up? That's what I meant to say. Binance is getting fudded from left to right. The U.S. regulators are looking at Binance extremely hard right now. Binance US, led by Brian Brooks, not part of that. Binance.com is getting a lot of flack. There was actually a story today about how they're now being investigated in Singapore and some other countries. I'm not saying that to FUD Binance Coin. What I'm trying to tell you is that Binance Coin is not in the in crowd for the people that are pumping these prices. Binance Coin is not in the in crowd for the institutional investor. What can you take from this? Cardano will solidify itself as the number 3 coin, I believe, in the next 3 to 4 months. And just like Ethereum is so far ahead of anything else, Cardano will become the next coin to start moving away from the pack. The next RP will be joining it once the lawsuit is over. What would that say?
It's just a shill.
Oh, it is. Okay. Well, but it is true. The first part of that's true, I think, for sure. Okay, so that's what I think is going on with Cardano. Big news today regarding Grayscale investments into Cardano. So here we go. What's next? Dogecoin sellouts. All right. Robinhood says Dogecoin accounted for 34% of crypto revenue in Q1. TJ, I'm wondering if we should start buying some Doge too.
I mean, where's it at right now? 24 cents. That's a pretty... Didn't it have support? No, not really.
What's it at? 25 cents was kind of support, I thought.
That's what I remember thinking that too, but not.
Is it back to 34?
It's 24.
Oh, it's 24. It dropped below that. Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, check this out. You'll wonder why Coinbase put on Dogecoin and Shiba onto their platform. Well, Robinhood, they got hit by a huge fine yesterday, as you guys know. Thank you for that super chat, Carly Vibas. Robinhood says Dogecoin accounted for 34% of crypto revenue in Q1. That's including going against Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Ethereum Classic. 34% was from Dogecoin. I would be very curious to see what Bitcoin's was. But it says their IPO prospectus on Thursday that 17% of transaction-based revenue came from crypto. 34% came from Dogecoin. The company included a specific risk factor related to Dogecoin. Robinhood, the scam company that helped popularize stock trading in recent years for poor schmucks who like getting taken advantage of, saw such growth in Dogecoin transactions this year that included a specific risk in its IPO prospectus. Basically, what they're saying is they're nervous about Dogecoin because so much of their revenue this year came from it, they don't think they can duplicate that again, is the long and the short of it. Yesterday, Muskrat himself says, release the Doge. He said, you come to me at runtime. to tell me the code you're executing does not compile. What a great meme. What a great meme. What a great meme, Muskie. Dogecoin derived income accounted for 6%. Robinhood says his business could be hurt if the markets for Dogecoin deteriorate. Let's see here. Didn't give the Bitcoin number. They don't acknowledge any rivals. The number one rival for Robinhood is the common man. That's what I would say. Company acknowledges it operates in a highly competitive market. Yada, yada, yada. So yesterday, as you guys saw in that meme, the reason I brought that up is the old musky rat said his latest attempt to pump Dogecoin fails miserably. He also talked about a meme project, Baby Doge, which some of our people here actually were invested in, so they certainly love to hear that. I don't think we have any of that, do we?
I don't think so.
I don't think we do. Dogecoin prices surged but did not skyrocket after receiving another endorsement from Tesla fake CEO Elon Musk on Twitter on July 1st. The billionaire entrepreneur published a tweet that said the meme. We already talked about that. Seconds after the tweet was posted, the exchange rate surged from 24 to 26 cents, about 8.42%. There's the Baby Doge tweet as well. Nevertheless, Dogecoin was still down by almost 0.5%, hinting that Muskrat's influence on the crypto market is in decline.
I saw a lot of people talking about that over the weekend, last week or earlier this week.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe he's just not leveling up as fast as he needs to become the most dominant human in the world, as he wants to do. Not even Elon Musk can pump Doge anymore. That's the idea. Well, I would say this, guys, which is it's such a great thing that influence on the market is declining. But I tell you, let me tell you what. There's a lot more going to be written about this story before it's over. What I'm hearing is there's something big coming that he is going to try to do. And I'm not going to really get into the details of it right now because it is just a rumor from people I'm talking to. They say it's coming. There's going to be a lot more written on this Dogecoin story in the next year. That's what I'll tell you. The next 1 to 2 years. This thing, if you guys were expecting Dogecoin to disappear, kind of like Robinhood saying we don't know what's going to happen here, there's a lot more coming to this story in the next year. You guys will find out. I got a lot of info on that. And also, guys, Bitcoin ETP turns carbon neutral after Elon Musk stokes demand for green mining, right? And the European investment firm ETC Group will offer a carbon neutral Bitcoin exchange traded product. The thing is there. We're not going to go over this story too much. We do know that the Muskrat kind of started this by talking about Bitcoin mining being not green and stuff. There have been so many stories in the last few days about how that is changing. Green energy is coming. Green energy is coming for Bitcoin. I think they said it's 56 more renewable energy than last year. That was a stat that I saw yesterday somewhere. So I'll tell you this: there's certainly a power twist coming to all this. I can't wait for some of this stuff to come out.
The ironic thing, I forget where I saw this statement, but I agreed with it 100%. Somebody was saying, as time goes on, like within the next year or two, couple of years, we'll see that Bitcoin is actually the greatest proponent pushing green energy and renewable energy forward more than anything else in the world. So, and I agree with that. I think that's what we're going to see in the long run.
Innovation begets innovation.
Exactly.
That's basically how it is. Saylor had the mining conference yesterday. I wonder how that went. I'll have to get some intel on that thing here pretty soon. Somebody said the rumor mill churning hard today, and I'll tell you this, the deeper I get into the weeds, the more I hear. So, yeah, there will be more rumors, but I got to protect sources and protect information, so I can't just come out and tell you guys everything immediately, but hopefully it'll all come out. Let's look at this XRP investment. How about this? You guys know Mintable. This is where we had our Bitverse NFTs launch. Mintable secures $13 million in a Series A funding round. The oversubscribed funding round saw participation from Ripple. Animoca Brands, which if you don't know who that is, I believe that's actually like the main company behind a lot of these NFT platforms. I think Elio knows them or was telling me about them before. I didn't know they existed. Apparently they're a huge player in the digital and NFT space. Shutterstock executive chairman, John Oranger, an NFT investment firm, MetaPurse, which, look, my wife's never met a purse she didn't like.
Pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
She likes that Louis V pretty good. I got her that Louis V for Mother's Day. So, but Louis V, let me just say, glad that guy's dead, because we had a real hard time when we went down there to the Louis V store. Mintable, a next-generation non-fungible token minting platform and marketplace, announced the close of its oversubscribed series, rounding saw participation from notable names, including Ripple, which provides XRP ledger developer tools, programs, and services, and enterprise blockchain solutions. Zach Burks, CEO and founder of Mintable, which we had Zach on for an interview a while back. Throughout 2021, NFTs have reached mass appeal, having touched almost every sector, spanning entertainment, fine arts, sports, and many more. As technology continues to mature and the space rapidly evolves, it's a critical company milestone for Mintable, and we are thankful for the support from our investors who hold the same shared belief of the many opportunities NFTs can bring for NFT users or mainstream users. And you got to wonder, like, why did Ripple invest in this? Well, here we go. NFTs are giving rise to powerful new business models for creators, says Monica Long, GM of Ripple X at Ripple. Accelerating the growth of this creator economy starts with an infrastructure that removes the barriers to entry, such as high gas fees and environmental costs of creating NFTs faced by many today. Our investment in Mintable is a testament to our shared vision for cost-efficient and sustainable NFTs to enable profitability for creators and mainstream accessibility to crypto. And then, of course, when it comes to them specifically, to Mintable, it just talks about their NFT platform. Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars sold an NFT collection for $400,000. Let's see, ByBit, leading streetwear fashion brand, and American business broadcaster CNBC recently raised $100,000 for charity via Mintable NFT auction. So the question is Ripple investing in these NFTs for a reason? Or is it just as simple as, hey, we want to support the vision for creators getting paid? Well, I mean, if that's the case, then you could certainly say, hey, you know, there's Ripple doing something positive for the entire crypto space, right? For the entire NFT sphere, if you will. But is there something more to this? Is there something more that Ripple is doing? Are they trying to diversify? Are they themselves looking at maybe getting it into NFTs at some point? Will you be able to find Ripple NFTs on Mintable? What do you think, TJ?
Sounds like it. Maybe.
Maybe. But the fact that this article went so far as to even give a quote from Monica Long, who is obviously long on NFTs, very interesting. And I think one thing I want people to take away from not just this, but also from just in general, all of the Ripple stories lately. Here's the thing. Ripple is not going anywhere. People are saying, people called their demise too early. I was definitely one of them. They are not going anywhere. They're making investments. They're pressing forward. That slap on the wrist is coming. And before you know it, they're going to once again be a power player. TJ, how has Ben doing on the whole not dying thing? Are we going to have him around for at least a little while longer?
That's from Corey and Twitch.
Thank you, Corey, for that. Well,
he's hanging in there, guys. I think he's going to be okay.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Thank you for all the prayers and well wishes and support. We are surviving over here one day at a time. Frank, on the other hand, he's very disappointed. He was hoping I would die so he could escape.
No such luck.
No such luck, Frank. I've got a backup captor.
Yeah. You're
not getting out even if I do die, Frank.
Worst case scenario, we've got a clone on ice if we need it.
Yeah. And, of course, you know, the real BitBoy crypto is already cryogenically frozen.
Exactly.
Also, guys, speaking of NFTs, before we get on to the last story here, Engine's NFT marketplace, Efinity, rakes in $20 million from EFI token sale on CoinList.
Wow.
I love to hear that.
Me too.
Because we're heavily invested in that project. We love Engine. We love Efinity. Going to be on Polkadot. Going to use Parachain. Some pretty exciting stuff. Engine successfully auctioned all tokens available for sale for the new Efinity NFT marketplace. It is developed for the Polkadot ecosystem. Given the concerns about Ethereum's high cost and sluggish transaction throughput, competition amongst NFT marketplaces is heating up fast. More platforms are launching daily to keep up with the demand and new use cases for NFTs. As more blockchains compete for the torrent of demand for NFTs, Engine has become the latest to launch another marketplace. This one is going to crush it. This is going to be easily a 100x, I believe, probably during the next cycle. So this is definitely one to watch out for. It's got big names behind it. The Infinity's huge, giant investors. We got a little piece of that pie, so really excited about that, and this one's going to do very, very well.
About your health, Mickey Knox said we need to just get you a backpack water jug at this point.
I'm trying to lose weight, not put more on. I mean, guys, do you see this? This is like being like Ghostbusters. I have that thing on my back, you know, or either just a bug sprayer, one or the other. Yeah. That's what I need, a bug sprayer, and I just walk around with it in the daytime and squirt myself, you know. Okay.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. That I don't like the way that sounded.
No.
Okay. All right. U.S. jobs report shows gain of 850,000 in June, beating estimates. Very interesting. Oh, somebody wanted me to say, "Oh yeah." I guess that's supposed to be the Kool-Aid Man, because this thing is as big as the Kool-Aid Man.
I guess. I don't know.
Been looking healthy, face looking thin and bright. Well, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Dan.
I'm on a very strict diet right now. Now, don't tell Dr. Depp. I'm not doing it 100%, but almost. I have zero excuses to cheat in the first 30 days. That's what the diet book said. But
oops,
just a little bit. Just a little bit. I've been very good, very good. But anyways, guys, back to this story here. As I press on and do survive, I was actually told about this, I think on Monday, okay? Someone told me, one of my sources told me that this jobs report would come out, it would beat estimates, and it would actually push the price of Bitcoin down. This is hidden FUD, okay? You look at this story and you read it, it sounds very positive. U.S. jobs report shows gain of $850,000 in June, beating estimates. The Labor Department also revised May's numbers, up 24,000. Why is this a bearish story? The main question now for markets and economists is whether the positive June report could encourage the Fed to taper its monthly asset purchases. So here we go. Here we get into it. This blue part, this is the FUD of the story. Now, this was put out intentionally. I knew this was coming. What a coincidence. It showed a gain just like I was told. Bitcoin prices have risen over the past year as many investors bet the crypto could work as a hedge against inflation. Assuming the tapering starts sooner, Bitcoiners would no longer be able to count on the Fed bringing more liquidity to the markets through quantitative easing and giving investors the liquidity to invest more in riskier assets. The earlier take was the jobs report wasn't strong enough to change the Fed's trajectory. In short, these data shouldn't change anyone's mind. That's from an economist. According to the Labor Department, U.S. employment rose slightly, 5.9%. Labor force participation rate was unchanged in June from 61.6% in May. Isn't that interesting? That the jobs number, it just shows you how much smoke and mirrors goes into all these job numbers and the reports and all this stuff. The actual number of people working is exactly the same. What? Exactly. I mean, that's so, how is that a gain if it's literally the same amount of people? I can't get into this stuff. But here's the thing, guys. The idea here is that the better the economy does, the more people are working, but once again, the labor participation rate is the exact same, that this will force the Fed to stop to stop from raising interest rates sooner. Now, they're now saying they will probably raise the interest rates, I believe, in 2023 instead of 2024. But to me, that sounds really bullish. Like, we got a whole year of where they're not going to be raising them still, at least for Bitcoin and for the markets. But also, what is going on with the eviction moratorium? That's in this month, I believe. Here it is. That is true. The CDC's final eviction moratorium expires July 31st. Here's what Biden is doing to avert a crisis. They're trying to stop evictions still. Who are these people paid to hold up these signs? Who are the people that go out and hold up stop eviction signs?
I would imagine it's people that own the properties, but other than that, I have no idea.
I mean, these that own the property.
Well, I mean, not obviously.
How have they not been able to get a job or work or be able to pay for the first month after the eviction moratorium is over? That's who's in trouble. The people who are in trouble are the people that have been, look, and I want to say this. I understand some people have not been able to work in some parts of the country. If you live in Georgia or you live in Florida or you live in Texas and you haven't gotten a job, you're lazy or you're not looking, or a combination thereof. There are jobs everywhere for people to get. I see help wanted signs everywhere. Restaurants are having to close early because they don't have enough people to work there. I can't remember. The Wendy's, there's a Wendy's over by us that closes at 6 o'clock because they can't get a night staff. Now look, can you live and pay rent working at Wendy's? Some people do.
I don't know if this was true or not. It was a tweet, and it could have been just a total joke, but somebody referencing it was like a Taco Mac or Taco Bell or something like that was doing a $1,000 signing bonus for new employees.
Yeah, McDonald's was doing a $5,000 signing bonus for shift managers.
Wow.
$5,000. Now, you did have to have some previous restaurant experience, but it's unbelievable what's going on. The fact that people would rather go hold a sign out in front of their house instead of go work and get a job is insane to me. I would say these are probably plants. I'd say this is a dog and pony show. Probably here is what that is. But the point here is guys, we're in big trouble in this country for sure, because we've developed a lot of people over the last year and a half that do not want to work and are lazy. I'm not talking about people that live, like if you lived in California maybe and like you literally couldn't go out of your house. I'm not talking about that. Okay, I'm talking about people that have gotten dependent. This was always a plan. Get people dependent on the government. And then eventually they'll be able to usher in socialism. That's what they want. That's what the IMF wants. They want to get rid of your privacy. The World Economic Forum, this is what they want. They want to make it so there's a great reset and that all of a sudden we're all coming down on the same playing field. What, BlackRock buying all these houses? What do you think that's about? They're paying 25 to 40% above asking price on these houses, which means people who actually want to get these houses aren't able to get them. What's going to happen when BlackRock owns entire neighborhoods? What's going to happen then? You ain't going to be able to buy that for them. They want to create a world where you got to rent. They don't want you to own anything. Why does BlackRock not want you to own a property? Because that means that's one property they won't be able to buy. If you guys have not learned anything through investing in Bitcoin and investing in crypto, supply and demand is a real thing. They want to buy up all the supply of everything so they can charge you whatever they want, and they have all the cookies in their cookie jar. Well, you know what? BitSquad, we're busting open the cookie jar. Come at me, BlackRock. All right, guys, that's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out. Love y'all.